Good morning, everyone. In the last video, we discussed about the coding and execution order. So link is in the description if you haven't watched, so you can go through that video. So today we are going to discuss about the stored procedures in SQL. So it's very important concept, and again, according to the interview point of view also, it is very much important and mostly used concepts in SQL. Okay. So what is stored procedure? So very simple answer. It's a pre-compiled collection of one or more SQL statements that can be executed as a single unit. Okay. So based on the requirements, so we generally based on the given problem statements, we write the SQL queries, right? Just we need to embed it into a procedure. That's it. So we will see practically. We will see how to create a simple stored procedure, and we'll take input as well. So based on these different scenarios, we'll try to create the stored procedure also. Then we'll discuss about the types of stored procedures and about the variables also. Okay. So with respect to the interview, you can simply answer like it's a pre-compiled collection of one or more SQL statements that can be executed as a single unit. Okay. So its types is system stored procedures. Okay. So basically system stored procedures can only be executed. Okay. So let's see now like what are the system stored procedures we have. So we are now familiar with this command, right? sp underscore help. Okay, let me execute this. So as you can see here, what this command did, it gives me the details of total whole tables present inside this SQL underscore db. Okay, like its object types and all, right? You can, if you want specific information about the particular table, simply sp underscore help table name. Okay, it gives whole information about the table, right? Another one we have sp underscore help index. Okay. So it gives us the total number of indexes present in this employee table, right? So these are all what inbuilt, or we can say the system stored procedures. Just we need to execute this. Okay. Okay. So these are nothing but the uh, system stored procedure. Another one is, let's say I have tables, sp underscore tables. Okay. This is also okay, which will show us the table name, it types and all things. Okay. So this is nothing but the system stored procedure. Another one is user defined stored procedure. Okay. Which we can create and we can execute. Okay. So we are going to see in detail about the user defined stored procedures. Okay. So before moving on to create a stored procedure, we should know how to declare a variable, right? So to declare a variable, the syntax is very simple. Declare followed by at the rate prefix, at the rate symbol, variable name. We have to give the data type. This is nothing but the declaration of the variable, and then we have to set value to that variable. Okay. So let's see it practically. So again, declare followed by at the rate symbol, then name. Let's say I want I want to declare a variable as name. Okay. Data type should be varchar of, let's say, 10 characters. Okay. So this is nothing but the declaration, right? Now I want to set value to it. Simply set keyword followed by the variable name which I have declared above equal to, let's say the name is John. Okay. So I have declared and I have set and assigned a value. Okay. Now I am gonna show it simply using the select statement, select at the rate name. Okay. With these three simple steps, we have declared, assigned, and returned the name, or we have displayed the name. Okay. So this is nothing but the example of local variables. Okay. These are nothing but the local variables. We have global variables also. So now what are the global variables? Let's say if you want to know the server name, simply the prefix is select at the rate double at the rate symbol followed by, let's say you want to know the version of this SQL server. Okay. Simply select double at the rate version, you will get the version. Okay. Or if you want to know the, let's say, want to know the server name, double at the rate server name, you will get the server name, right? If you want to know the language, simply double at the rate language, you will get the language. Okay. So these are all what? Global variables. Just based on our requirement, we can directly use this or we can directly execute this. Okay. But these are local variables. Here we have created the variable, we have assigned, and then we have returned the name. Okay. Which was assigned to this name variable. Okay. So we are now familiar with like what are variables and how to declare them, right? So, so now this is nothing but one block of, you may say, the statements, right? Or we may say the one block of logic. Okay, we can say, right? So while writing the stored procedures, we want to enclose or embed it into this begin and end keyword. Okay, so that actually uh, it shows us one particular block. Okay, this is considered as one particular block. Inside that we have written the baseless logic. Okay, so this is one example, right? So this is considered as one particular block, okay, which is written inside the after begin word and before end word. Okay. So now syntax to create the procedure. So create procedure, of course, followed by the procedure name, okay, as, and then we have to write the query. Okay. So let's see it practically now. So first, before creating, let's first consider one scenario here. Okay. So now I have here one employee table, okay, consists of these columns, right? Now I want to show only ID, first name, salary, and city. Okay, so let's take that all columns here. Select ID. I want first name, salary, and then let's say city. Okay, so I want these columns, okay, out of the total columns. Okay, so now, so I have these much columns. Now I will write one procedure here. Create procedure followed by the procedure name. Let's say p underscore emp details. Okay, as. Okay, so now this is nothing but one procedure I have created, followed I have given. Okay, so let's execute. Okay, so command completed successfully. Okay, so in the left side inside the SQL underscore db database, we have one programmability folder. Inside that, under the stored procedure table, okay, here what I have is, let me refresh this. Okay, inside this you can see the p underscore emp details. This stored procedure is now visible here. That means it's created now. Okay, so now to execute, we can use the command exe, or full we can write it as execute and then followed by the stored procedure name. Okay, you can directly call this and you will get the result, right? Okay, calling the procedure, right? For this we have to use the execute command, or you may say exe also. Okay, it works. Okay, so this was one simple example. Now, okay, based on the data here, okay, let's execute this query. Okay, now let's let's consider one scenario here. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to input based stored procedure I want to show you. Okay, now for that, consider one scenario. So based on the given data, let's take let's the task is to filter records, okay, based on salary. Okay, okay, so let's say for the different scenarios, okay, here employee salaries is we have 30 employees, and almost the salaries, each employee is having different salary. Okay, 55, 62, 48, 54, right? So I want the list of employees whose salary is greater than 60,000. So what is the query? Write one simple query first. Okay, so again, select, I want to use this query only. Okay, okay, select start from, I want to show these columns only. Okay, okay, now where, right? Where I will write where salary greater than 60,000, right? Okay, so based on the requirement to get above 60,000 salary employee details, so we got this. Okay, it returns 14 rows. But what if I want to show above 70,000 also? Okay, so again, I want to write the same query, right? And then I want to change this 60 to 70,000, right, in where condition. Okay, I got the result. But again, if I want to show above 50,000, what I have to do? Again, I have to copy paste this, right? And in the where condition. So basically, based on the requirement, I have to change the filter. I have to, the logic is same, but the condition, this where condition is different, right? So, so to simplify this, what we can do is we can create one procedure, okay, that will take input. Okay, the salary amount will take as an input from user, and based on that input, it will compare it with the salary and it will show the result, right? So that makes sense, right? It's the query is the same logic we can use in multiple times, right? So for this type of scenario, stored procedures comes into picture, or in other words, we can say that we can utilize stored procedure. Okay, very well. Okay, so for that, let's say again the syntax is create. You can write create full procedure, or you may say create proc. Okay, followed by p underscore emp salary. Okay, now I want to declare variable. Okay, we saw just now like how to declare a variable, right? So let's say at the rate sal. Okay, so let's say the data type is int. Okay, as. Okay, you can write declare also here. Okay, okay, declare at the rate sal also. Okay, but at the rate sal int as. Okay, now followed by the logic here. Okay, I will use this logic only. Okay, and then here comparing the salary greater than. Okay, here I will use the sal keyword. That's it. Let me execute this. Command completed successfully. So in the left hand side, let's refresh. Okay, we have another stored procedure emp salary. Okay, so now the stored procedure is created now. Okay, now let's execute. Okay, so to call this procedure, we have the exe or execute, and then followed by the procedure name. Okay, space. You can directly write the amount here. Let's say above 70,000. Okay, okay. Let's execute. It returned 4 records. Okay, okay. Now I am using this same here also. Let's cross check. Okay, oh, the data is same. That means our procedure is also perfectly working. Okay, simply with the same stored procedure based on the different requirement. Now I want above 40,000 salary employee details. Okay, so we have created one single stored procedure, but we are reusing it based on the different scenarios, right? So single stored procedure, it's fulfilling multiple requirements. Okay. So this is one scenario where we can use the stored procedure. Okay. So this is input based also, right? You can directly write here execute procedure name, and you can direct the comparison value here, or you can write in detail also at the rate sal equals like this also. Okay. So it will work. Okay. So I hope you guys are getting like what actually the stored procedures are, right? Let me know in the comment section, according to you, what should be the definition of stored procedure. Okay. So let me know that in comment section. Okay. So in this way you can create the stored procedure. Okay. Syntax is very simple. So if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Okay. So moving forward now, so how to drop the procedure? Simple command, drop procedure name. Okay. So let's drop this employee details here. Okay. I want to drop this stored procedure. So drop procedure or proc, and then you have to mention the procedure name. That's it. Command completed successfully. Let's refresh this. So as you can see here, that p underscore emp details had been dropped. Okay. So in this way you can create and drop procedure. So mostly we are unable to the alter the procedure. Okay. So there is very minimum possibility that we can alter the procedures. Okay. Mostly because based on the different problem statements. Okay. So we have to, the situation mostly comes like we have to redefine the business logic. Okay. So in most of the cases, we have to drop and then we have to redefine the query. So it's better to create the procedure, okay, and use that. Or if you want to make some changes, simply drop and recreate. So that's very simple method. Okay. So only create procedure and drop procedure. Okay. So mostly alter procedure is not used. Okay. So now we saw about the stored procedures, right? But why to use stored procedures? Okay. So on analysis, we found like performance wise. Okay. Like if you are dealing with complex projects, right? So complex projects, very vast project. Okay. So dealing with the large amount of data, of course, the software's performance or the system performance that matters to the customers or to the clients, right? Ultimately, okay, the software should process quick, right? You need to provide quick results to the end users, right? So performance matters a lot. So these stored procedures are nothing but the pre-compiled collection of SQL statements, right? So it's very easy to call these stored procedures. So mainly for data retrieval, stored procedures are always preferred and they are only used. Okay. Security. So as you can see here, your business logic. Okay. Let's talk about this P underscore employee salary. Okay. So this is nothing but your business logic, right? So it is been embedded into one procedure with the help of procedure, right? So ultimately, this procedure name is visible, not this business logic, right? So one of the example of security, right? Your business logic is being protected. Okay. So you got only the result. What we are doing is we are just calling this, right? Correct. We are just calling this procedure and we are getting the results. Okay. So code reusability. So as we saw here, for the multiple requirements, same stored procedure, same logic is used. Okay. One to many. So this was all about stored procedure. So if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. So thank you so much guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.